Hello. We're going to solve rational equations, and I have a dynamite example here to start with. So let's do it. We got x's all over the place on this, and our goal here is to solve for x. We have x's on every single denominator, and every single denominator is different. So what we're going to do, there's probably 100 ways to do this problem, but I am going to factor a 3 out of the bottom here. So this is going to become 3 times x plus 1. Now, just so you see what happened there, 3x plus 1, if I distribute that through, is 3x plus 3. So I just took a 3 out of each one and got this. Now, I did this because, well, watch and see what happens here. This, I can factor a 4 out. You can see how it's kind of 4 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, and that's a tip there. This is going to be x minus 1. Now, that's not the same. I wish it was, but it's not. This is x plus 1, and this is x minus 1, equals 3x over 2 times, now what would go in that parenthesis? X plus 1. And you can kind of see that that's similar. These two here are similar to each other, but not the same. Not the same. I am going to take this one. Watch how I do this now. I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to flip him. Okay? So I'm going to make this 7x over 3 times x plus 1, just rewriting that. And then this one over here on the right side of the equal sign, that one, is going to come over here, and it's going to be minus 3x over 2 times x plus 1. So I'm putting what's similar together. Okay? And then here's the equal sign. And what's in this blue circle here is going to go over on the right side of the equal sign. So that's going to be, and it's minus, so it's going to be positive 5 over 4 times x minus 1. All right. Now, if we had common denominators, if these two denominators right here were the same, I would be in the door here, and I would just add these together, but they're not. So I need to make them the same. Basically, I need to turn these front numbers into 6s, okay, because 2 and 3 go into 6. So I need to turn those into 6s by multiplying the top and bottom of this one by 2 and the top and bottom of this one by 3, like that. All right, so let's see what this becomes here. This will be 14x over, now watch this. This is just 6 times x plus 1. And then we have a minus sign. Now, don't forget, that's a minus sign right there. So minus, and on top will be 9x over 6 times x plus 1. So now that's good news, because those denominators are now the same. Okay, so I just got common denominators on the left side. That's all I did, just like it was regular fractions. I'm going to recopy this side as is. I don't have to mess with that. Okay, now I'm going to put all this together. So 14x minus 9x is going to be 5x. So 5x over 6 times x plus 1 equals 5 over 4 times x minus 1. All right, so now we have a proportion. Okay, we have a proportion here. That's two fractions equaling each other, and whenever you have that, you can cross multiply. Now I'm going to try to get fancy and copy that. Let's see if this just works here. One time. Yes. So I'm going to continue this work right here. Okay. Let's go back to my yellow gold color here. And now we're going to cross multiply. Okay, so I'm going to cross multiply. Here's my equal signs. I'm going to do 5 times this. Well, that would just be 30 times x plus 1. And then on the other side, it would be 20x, because that's 5x times 4, and then x minus 1. Really bizarre there, isn't it? 20x, and then because this is all kind of in parentheses here, so we're going to have to distribute that through on that side. Let's go ahead, as much as I don't want to, and distribute everything through here. So here's my equal sign. On the left, I'll have 30x plus 30. On the right, I will have 20 what? X squared, good, minus 1 times 20x would be 20x. Okay, and you can see this is becoming quadratic here. Now I want to keep my leading x term there positive, so I'm going to throw everything on the right side of this equal sign. So I'm going to bring all this stuff over, okay, and subtract them both. So I'm going to have 0 equals 20x squared. Okay, now how many x's? Minus 50x, because I'll have negative 20 and I'll subtract 30 more from it, so that makes minus 50x. And then the 30 has no friends, so it'll just be plus 30. Okay, now, pro tip here. We can actually cut this down by dividing everything by 10. See how 10 goes into everything? We can just do this, and I'll do it in purple. Divide everything by 10. Remember, you can do anything you want to an equation as long as you do it to everything. We have a small little correction here. That should be a minus right there. That should be minus 30. Okay, so this would be 0 equals, and then 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. If I like that color or not. But now we have a quadratic equation, which you could plug in the calculator and do the zeros. You could use the quadratic formula. I'm going to factor it because that's the fastest way to do that. So we have 0 equals two binomials. It would be 2x here, x here. If you like the quadratic formula, go ahead and do that method. This would be minus 3 and plus 1. So my answers, I'll put in bright red, would be positive 3. And negative 1/2. Negative 1/2. Because remember, you would do 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 equals 0. And you would solve it. Subtract 1. I'm showing you how I got negative 1/2 here. And you would divide by 2. And so that would cancel. And x would give you negative 1/2. So these are my two answers right here. That's a lot of work to get that. And there are other ways. But that's the way we did it this morning. Have a good one.